Welcome in, my friends. It's year 12 of our experiment. Most of you know what's going on, but if you're new, because I had some people, about 20 people subscribe from Loki Doki's channel, because I was in his Twitch chat when he was streaming the Liverpool game, and he was like, go subscribe to Gray Hair Gaming. So welcome if you're new. If you're not familiar, what we've done is there's a database in the Steam Workshop. It's 7 tiers. It's taken the USA system, gotten rid of MLS and all that kind of stuff, and now it's a 7-tier pyramid. We put 7 players, new gens, regens, whatever, in one team of each of the tiers, and we gave them various amounts of potential, all at least 150. And it was randomized and all that kind of stuff. And we have one that had 170 to 200 potential, which is potential Wonder Kid range. And we've been tracking their careers, and we've named them after my patrons on Patreon. So if you're interested in becoming a patron on Patreon, check out the link in the description. It's also at the end of every video right next to my face. Really appreciate it. I think we got 15 people right now that are supporting the channel. Means a lot. So, my friends, I'm going to have this pop up over here, but I'm looking at it on this screen. When we were last here, we only had one move, and that was Chris Askew going to Leeds. They paid $12.5 million from Hoffenheim. He's up to $62K a week. This is in US dollars, worth $23 million. We had some jumps in senior caps. I think Josh Doler picked up about 7. Kim Hansen picked up 3 or 4. Heino Goodmanson picked up a bunch. And the only other player with anything of note was Heino Goodmanson, was wanted by Wolfsburg, even though he's still at AZ and under contract for another, I think, 3 years. So now let's go take a look to see if anything has changed. Let's go look at the short list. Player short list. Here we go. We're just going to go alphabetical order. Chris Askew is with Wolves. Okay, Leeds just paid $12.5 million. And they sold him for 14.25. Did they get relegated? I can't remember. Yes, they got relegated. So, okay, so he wanted to leave. 14.5, so they still made a tiny itty-bitty little profit. He made 30 appearances, a goal, 3 assists in a player match, 668. No continental football. Did okay in the cup. Okay, interesting. He's up to 63K, which is 1,000 more than he was at. He's worth 25 million. So just staying in the prem. How did Wolves do? Let's take a look. Did they stay up? Or is the season's over, right? Ooh, just barely. So you don't have to move clubs again, mate. So he stays in the Premier League. We'll have to see. He's on contract for another 2 seasons, but he's also wanted by Stoke. I didn't see where Stoke ended up. 13th. That's not a massive improvement, to be fair. So we've already had a move. First player's made a move. Attributes are, all right. I don't see anything outstandingly different. At least it's not hopping out. I mean, we've got great work rate. Solid player. 63. I mean, can you imagine $63,000 a week? All right. So Chris Askew, congratulations. Welcome to the Wolverhampton Wanderers, a.k.a. the Wolves. All right. Chris Carpenter is still with Southampton. He's worth $23.5 million. They paid 6.25. That's paid off. Still at 92K. He was worth $27.5 million, so he's gone down $4 million in value. Interesting. First team, still 7. Oh, he picked up a cap. Okay, I didn't look at that with Chris Askew. We'll go back and look at it. I'm sorry, I totally didn't see where Southampton ended up. 8th. Okay, nice. On contract until 2032, so a little bit longer than some of the ones from last time. The attributes, mate, it just a bit surprising to me. Everybody else seems to be doing all right. I could be wrong, but man, I thought there'd be more green, like even the light green, like an 11 or a 12 over here. So that's interesting. Played well, 24 starts, 2 subs, 2 assists, 682. So is this the prototypical American player or what? Right, like really physical, can run really fast, can run a lot, pretty strong, but not as technical. Like that's what you think of when you think of American, especially players that play internationally. It's like they've got a great work rate. Like MLS is all about work rate and not about technicals. And Chris Carpenter is an example of that. All right, Jason Duncan was next on my list over here. Still with Arsenal, surprising, right? 175K a week still. They paid 15.25. He's now up to 58 million from 51 million, and he's picked up 3 more caps. Interesting. So let's take a look at that one. World Cup qualification. Oh, gosh, 6.3. That's not It's not the best. 18 strength. Look at the dark green, really physical, and the attributes are going really well. So I'm curious if that's like which training facilities have led to that, or is it just his innate ability, or is it him getting international experience? I'm interested because he went Richmond, right, or Baltimore Armor, Richmond, Philly Union, Club Bruges, and then Arsenal. So what has led to this? 17 concentration. He's really good at concentrating. But no significant changes there. Let's go back and look at Chris Askew. Did he pick up any caps? No. I'm sorry, Chris. You've got better. Unfortunate. Josh Doler was with what was it? Saint Etienne? Is that how you say it? Paid exactly the same and has gone up in value by $1.25 million. He's picked up 2 more caps and his first senior goal. Congratulations, Josh Doler. You get your first senior goal. We'll have to go look to see. I guess that was technically last season. Okay, interesting. We'll have to go see what that was. Still in a first team contract. No major changes. So 2 more caps and picked up a goal. So congratulations, Josh Dola. Zebu Nation's next on my list. Okay, he was with Aston Villa. And now he's with Stoke. Okay, Aston Villa paid 12.25. He's worth 44 million. Okay, they actually paid 15 cents. So they must have had some add-ons or something like that. 18.5, so they made a little bit of a profit. Not too much, to be fair. Okay, and Zebu Nation was on 83K. He's on 83K. Was worth 21 million, now worth 44. Had 21 senior caps. Has got 29. So Zebu Nation, okay, 5 starts in World Cup qualifications. Zebu Nation looks to be taking like a starting role in the U.S. men's national team. A 702, 5 starts. And that would only give you down to 24. So there was 3 other technically last season because, you know, we're finishing the seasons in May before anything else changes. So, you know, between whatever, the end of May and maybe the end of June or July, picked up 3 other caps. 20 strength. What a beast holding down the back line for the U.S. men's national team. Love it. Obviously, you know, pretty rare for him to get a goal. Jumping reach is 16. Work on that heading, mate. You can get one of those corners and free kicks. But we'll have to go take a look at the USA page to see where we got our appearances in. But that's really excited to see. 5 starts, and he's moved clubs. I'm assuming that's because Aston Villa also got relegated. Is that probably what happened? Yes. So they got relegated and boom, bounced up to Stoke. Okay. Kim Hansen was with Augsburg. They paid 4.8 million. Is with Monaco. Okay, interesting. 24.5 million, up from 4.8 million. A bit of a bargain, you can say, for Augsburg. Up to 10 caps. Had 7, so it's picked up 3 more. Okay, substitute, it looks like, at least in this season, 1 substitute, so that's a cap. So 2 others, maybe substitutes in the previous season. No goals from the defensive midfield role, but 18 strength, again. Not as, they still, I mean, they've got time, right? They're 27. They've got time to develop their technicals, but the physicals are just monstrous. That's interesting. Was on 51Ks with a 98K, almost doubling wages, and was worth 19.75 million, worth 21 million. So, and is on a rotation. Yeah, just noticed that rotation contract. They paid a lot of money to put somebody on a rotation contract, but maybe when you're Monaco, you're like, it's like whatever. Did Augsburg go down or something? Nope, they're still in the Bundesliga, so maybe his time was just running out. And it was the middle of the season too, so he got some appearances at the end of the season. Interesting times, my friend. So maybe he had to work his way in the squad, learn French. You know, maybe. All right. And then Heino Goodmanson is still with AZ, still at 23K, 15.75. So he's gone up $1 million. Has 3 more caps, no goals though. Looks like nothing in this qualification cycle for the World Cup. So we'll have to see what's going on there. Contract looks to have been extended out. Yeah, just signed in January. So happy at AZ. Looks like it's going to be that way for Heino Goodmanson. What is that, 4 more years? 30, 31, 32. Yes, 4 more years. Is he going to see his career out there? Interesting, because he's been there since 2023. It's now 2029. That's quite the bit of time to be with one club. He's loyal. I like it. I like it. So let's go take a look at USA. Let's see, did they even qualify for the World Cup? Ooh, I like that. First World Cup qualifications. First thing that pops up. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Okay, so it's not done. Let's just take a look at the qualification groups. Oh, yes. Okay, so what is that? Oh, there's 10 games. Right? Yeah, 10 games. So 4 games in, top of the group, 4 wins, no losses. Great start, but we've seen how that can go for the U.S. men's national team. And okay, Jamaica and Canada, not the strongest of contenders. Costa Rica, okay, Honduras, but they've not played Mexico. Yep. Or maybe this was before the Hex. It gets confusing. It gets confusing. I want to say this is when it probably started the Hex with the, yeah, because we had 2 games in the last season, 2 games in this season. So let's go back to here. Okay, because this is when last season we stopped in May, so June. I'm just trying to look for names here. Christian Pulisic, Weston McKennie, lovely. This is when Josh Dolar came on, got a substitute appearance and a goal. He's like, hey, you bring me off the bench against Finland. Things happen. 80th minute, nice. Against Egypt, Kim Hansen, sorry about that, getting a substitute appearance. That's it. I think at some point someone said there's an easier way to do this, but I can't remember what it was. So we're just going to go with it this way. I'm looking for those starts from Zebu Nation. Not here. Interesting. There he is. 8.2 against Guatemala. A 5-0 smashing. Not bad, my friends. Christian Pulisic on a 9.4. Let's just take a look. Where is he at? Juventus. 128 caps, 21 goals. Oh, technicals aren't as, again, technicals, U.S. player. Whoop, let's see. And he went to Chelsea after Dortmund. Interesting. How much did they sell him for? 30.5 million. Not the best business. Not the best business. All right. Going to a friendly against New Zealand. Zebu Nation getting a start. Josh Dolar getting a sub. Heino and so like, okay, this was a good game for our squad. 4 of them coming in. Again, it was a friendly, but nice. Germany. The US beat Germany away. Suspect. Zebu Nation with the start. Kim Hansen and Heino getting substitute appearances. Heino in long enough to get an actual rating. Okay, now we hit qualification. Zebu Nation starting qualification. Jason Duncan getting the start. 6.6 when you win 3-1 is a bit harsh, I think, from the AI with the ratings. Jason. That looks to be our only players, but nice. 3-1 victory there. Zebu Nation coming back in 4 days later. Jason Duncan on a 6 point. How do you get a 6.0 when you win 4-1? That's just AI being harsh, Jason. It's just expecting a lot out of you because you're getting paid $175K a week. And Chris Carpenter, was that probably a substitute appearance, maybe? But okay, so good results with our guys in the team. Whoa. And then let's look here. Zebu Nation again against Canada. 6.6. We're going to talk about that. Nobody else. Zebu Nation again. I mean, he's undefeated, lads. He's undefeated. Ethan Horvath doing a bit of a better job from an AI rating standpoint. I'm curious, did Horvath get injured? He's $225K a week. Whoa. Okay, he had a groin strain, 11-2 for 4 weeks. I'm just interested, like, how did Jason... Yes. So that's why Jason Duncan got the opportunity to start these 2 games, is because Horvath went out with an injury, 8 days before the game started. So we're seeing some good things. If we go back to our short list, we had one player, Chris Carpenter, wanted by Schalke, and Chris Askew wanted by Stoke. Will he join Zebu Nation at Stoke? Will we see any other major changes? I'm curious. There's 27. Do you think it starts to tailor off a little bit, or like, are they going to keep going and peak? And if so, where do you think they're going to go? Will Heino Goodmanson ever leave AZ? I don't know. Will anybody usurp Jason Duncan as the top wage earner at $175K a week? Doubtful, but who knows? Let me know if you've enjoyed this. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. check out this stuff over here. Like I said, that Patreon thing, check it out. It's got a video explaining what Patreon is if you don't know what it is. I really appreciate, in particular, these folks for supporting, but that's not all of our patrons. So the next time I do an experiment, I'll pick some of the other random patrons. I really appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.